Asus Tech Computer Inc., usually referred to as Asus and in Chinese was Huo, and trading under that name, is a Taiwanese multinational computer hardware and electronics company headquartered in Wei-Te District, Taipei, Taiwan. Its products include desktops, laptops, netbooks, mobile phones, networking equipment, monitors, projectors, motherboards, graphics cards, optical storage, multimedia products, peripherals, wearables, servers, workstations, and tablet PCs. Asus is the world's fifth largest PC vendor by 2014 unit sales. Asus appears in Business Week's Infotech 100 and Asia's Top 10 IT Companies rankings, and it ranked first in the IT hardware category of the 2008 Taiwan Top 10 Global Brands survey with a total brand value of $1.3 billion. Asus has a primary listing on the Taiwan Stock Exchange under the ticker code 2357 and a secondary listing on the London Stock Exchange under a ticker code ASKD. Name. According to the company website, the name Asus originates from Pegasus, the winged horse of Greek mythology. Only the last four letters of the word were used in order to give the name a high position in alphabetical listings. The company's slogan, tagline was rock solid, heart-touching, then inspiring innovation, persistent perfection, and is currently in search of incredible history. Asus was founded in Taipei in 1989 by Th. Tung, Ted Hsu, Wayne Xie and Mt. Liao, all four having previously worked at ASO as hardware engineers. At this time, Taiwan had yet to establish a leading position in the computer hardware business. Intel Corporation would supply any new processors to more established companies like IBM first, and Taiwanese companies would have to wait for approximately 6 months after IBM received their engineering prototypes. According to the legend, the company created a prototype for a motherboard using an Intel 486. But it had to do so without access to the actual processor. When Asus approached Intel to request a processor to test it, Intel itself had a problem with their motherboard. Asus solved Intel's problem and it turned out that Asus' own motherboard worked correctly without the need for further modification. Since then, Asus was receiving Intel engineering samples ahead of its competitors. In September 2005, Asus released the first PHYSX accelerator card. In December 2005, Asus entered the LCD TV market with the TLW32001 model. In January 2006, Asus announced that it would cooperate with Lamborghini to develop the VX series. On 9 March 2006, Asus was confirmed as one of the manufacturers of the first Microsoft Origami models, together with Samsung and Founder Technology. On 8 August 2006, Asus announced a joint venture with Gigabyte Technology. On 5 June 2007, Asus announced the launch of the EPC at COMPUTEX Taipei. On 9 September 2007, Asus indicated support for Blu-ray, announcing the release of a BD-ROM DVD writer PC drive BC1205PT. Asus subsequently released several Blu-ray-based notebooks. In January 2008, Asus began a major restructuring of its operations, splitting into 3 independent companies: Asus, Pegatron, and Unihan Corporation. In the process of the restructuring, a highly criticized pension plan restructuring effectively zeroed out the existing pension balances. The company paid out all contributions previously made by employees. On 9 December 2008, the Open Handset Alliance announced that Asus had become one of 14 new members of the organization. These new members will either deploy compatible Android devices, contribute significant code to the Android open source project, or support the ecosystem through products and services that will accelerate the availability of Android-based devices. On 1 June 2010, Asus spun off Pegatron Corp. In October 2010, Asus and Garmin announced that they would be ending their smartphone partnership as a result of Garmin deciding to exit the product category. The two companies had produced 6 Garmin Asus-branded smartphones over the prior 2 years. In December 2010, Asus launched the world's thinnest notebook, the Asus U36. With Intel processor voltage standard Intel Core i3 or i5 with a thickness of only 19 mm. In January 2013, Asus officially ended production of its EPC series due to declining sales caused by consumers increasingly switching to tablets and ultrabooks. Operations. Asus has its headquarters in Wei-Te District, Taipei, Taiwan. As of 2009, update, Asus had manufacturing facilities in Taiwan, mainland China, Mexico and the Czech Republic. The Asus High-Tech Park, located in Suzhou, covers 540,000 square meters. Asus operates around 50 service sites across 32 countries and has over 400 service partners worldwide. Products. Asus's products include laptops, tablet computers, desktop computers, mobile phones, personal digital assistants, servers, computer monitors, motherboards, graphics cards, sound cards, optical disk drives, computer networking devices, computer cases, computer components and computer cooling systems. An Asus phone pad. An Asus NVIDIA GeForce 210 silent graphics card. Asus NVIDIA GeForce GTX 650Ti, a PCI Express 3.0x16 graphics card. An Asus X21 Ultrabook. An Asus motherboard. An Asus ATX chassis PC case TAR M21. E-line. Since its launch in October 2007, the EPC netbook has garnered numerous awards, including Forbes Asia's Product of the Year, Stuff Magazine's Gadget of the Year and Computer of the Year, NBC.com's Best Travel Gadget, Computer Shopper's Best Netbook of 2008. PC Pro's Hardware of the Year, PC World's Best Netbook, and iMagazine's 2008 Trend Award winner. Asus subsequently added several products to its E-lineup, including eBox PC, a compact nettop, eTop, an all-in-one touchscreen computer housed in an LCD monitor enclosure, eStick, a plug-and-play wireless controller for the PC platform that translates users' physical hand motions into corresponding movements on screen. ePad Transformer is a tablet computer that runs the Android operating system. ePad Transformer Prime, the successor to the original Transformer. On the 6th of March 2009, Asus debuted its eBox B202, which PC Mag saw as the desktop equivalent of the Asus EE-PC Essentia series. Essentia is a line of desktop PCs. As of December 2011, the line consisted of the CG series, the CM series and the CS and CP Slimline series. Digital media receivers. Asus sells digital media receivers under the name Asus O-Play. GPS devices. Asus produces the R700T GPS device, which incorporates traffic message channel. Republic of Gamers. Republic of Gamers is a brand used by Asus since 2006, encompassing a range of computer hardware, personal computers, peripherals, and accessories oriented primarily toward PC gaming. The line includes both desktops and high-spec laptops such as the Asus ROG Crosshair V Formula Z motherboard or the Asus ROG G751JYDH71 laptop. Graphics cards. Asus released wireframe display drivers in 2001 that enabled players to use wall hacks, announcing the settings as special weapons that users could employ in multiplayer games. This was however criticized by the gaming community for encouraging unfair play, namely from Tim Sweeney of Epic Games. who condemned the company for being out of touch with the spirit of gaming. Even Balance has since released an update for their Punkbuster anti-cheat software, which adds support for detecting and blacklisting players using Asus display drivers. Sound cards. Asus released its first sound card, the Zone RDX, in February 2008. The Zone RDX was able to emulate the EAX 5.0 effects through the Asus GX software, while also supporting OpenAL and DTS Connect. In July 2008, Asus launched the Zone RD1, which offered largely similar features to the Zone RDX but connected to the motherboard through the PCI interface instead of the PCIe X1 connection of the Zone RDX. Asus then released the Zone HD AV 1.3, which was the first solution enabling lossless HD audio bit streaming to AV receivers. In May 2009, Asus launched the Essence Street sound card, targeted at high-end audiophiles, and featuring 124 dB SNR rating and precision audio clock tuning. In the same month, Asus refreshed the HDAV family by releasing the HDAV 1.3 Slim, a card targeted for HTPC users offering similar functionality to HDAV 1.3 but in a smaller form. During Computex 2010, Asus introduced its Zone Zense, an audio bundle composed of the Zense sound card and a special edition of the Sennheiser PC350 headset. In August 2010, Asus released the Zone RDG sound card targeted at budget buyers and offering 5.1 surround sound support, 105 dB SNR rating, support for Dolby headphone and GX 2.5 support for emulating EAX 5.0 technology. Tablets. 2 generations of the Nexus 7, manufactured for and branded as Google, was announced on the 27th of June 2012 for release in July 2012. On July 24, 2013, Asus announced a successor to the Google Nexus 7. 2 days later, it was released. Asus has also been working with Microsoft in developing Windows 8 convertible tablets. In 2013, Asus revealed an Android-based tablet computer that, when attached to a keyboard, becomes a Windows 8 device, which it called the Transformer Book Trio. The keyboard can be attached to a third-party monitor, creating a desktop-like experience. Asus is also known for the following tablet computer lines: ePad Transformer, ePad Slider, eSlate, MemoPad 8. Smartphones. Asus also launched many Android-based smartphones, predominantly with Intel rather than ARM processors and often with 2 SIM slots. Asus is very influential in big mobile markets like India, China and other Asian countries. It is known as the Zenfone series. Prior to the Zenfone line, Asus has released feature phones such as the Asus V70 and smartphones running on Windows Mobile during the mid-2000s. Asus Zenfone 4, Asus Zenfone 5, Asus Zenfone 6, Asus Zenfone C, Asus Zenfone 2, Asus Zenfone 2 Laser, Asus Zenfone Selfie, Asus Zenfone Go, Zenfone 2e, made specifically for AT&T and released in 2015. Additionally, Asus also produced some hybrid devices with smartphones that can be docked in a tablet screen, known as Padphone series. The product lineup are Asus Padphone S, Asus Padphone X, Asus Padphone Infinity, Asus Padphone Mini, Asus Padphone X Mini. All of Asus smartphones are powered by Intel Atom processors, with the exceptions of few Padphone series that use Qualcomm Snapdragon. Asus Vivo PC line. Asus entered the box PC market with the Vivo PC line in November 2013. Asus Vivo PCs come without a pre-installed Windows operating system. On the 23rd of October 2013, Asus launched 2 models of Vivo PCs in India. Vivo PC was initially announced with Intel Celeron processor-equipped VM40B model, But in India, the company released Vivo PC along with a new model called VC60 which is equipped by Intel Core series processors. The Asus X series laptop. According to the official website of Asus, the laptop series is a series of productivity-enhancing portable PCs that deliver colorful style and powerful performance for more rewarding computing. The Asus X series is a line of laptops designed for multitasking work and media entertainment. Due to the combination of affordable price tags and good features and performance, the Asus X series is popular. Portable monitors. In 2013, Asus released the MB168B, a USB 3.0-POWERED portable external monitor. The base model shipped with a resolution of 1366 by 768, while the MB168B Plus had a resolution of 1920 by 1080. At the time of its release, the MB168B Plus was the only 1080p portable monitor. According to Asus, it is the world's slimmest and lightest USB monitor. Environmental record. Green Asus. In 2000, Asus launched Green Asus, a company-wide sustainable computing initiative overseen by a steering committee led by Johnny Shi, the chairman of Asus. According to the company, Asus pursues green policies in design, procurement, manufacturing, and marketing. Recognition. In 2006, Asus obtained IEC QHSPM certification for its headquarters and for all of its manufacturing sites. In 2007, OACOM Research, an independent research institute specializing in corporate responsibility assessment, recognized Asus as a highly environmental-friendly company in the computers, peripherals and office electronics industry. In October 2008, Asus received 11 Electronic Product Environmental Assessment Tool Gold Awards for its products, including 4 of its N-series notebooks, namely the N10, N20, N50 and N80. In the following month, it received EU Flower certification for the same N-series notebooks at an award ceremony held in Prague. In December 2008, Norsk Veritas conferred the world's first EUP certification for portable notebooks on these machines. Recycling campaign. In April 2008, Asus launched its PC Recycling for a Brighter Future program in collaboration with Intel and with Sanquin Enterprise Co. The program collected more than 1,200 desktop computers, notebooks and Court LCD monitors, refurbished them and donated them to 122 elementary and junior high schools, 5 Aboriginal communities and the Sukai Stem Cell Center. Pirated software and dissemination of confidential data. In September 2008, PC Pro discovered through a reader that Asus had accidentally shipped laptops that contained cracked and pirated software. Both physical machines and recovery CDs contained confidential documents from Microsoft and other organizations, internal Asus documents, and sensitive personal information including CVs. At the time, an Asus spokesperson promised an investigation at quite a high level, but declined to comment on how the files got on the machines and recovery media. It was demonstrated that an unattended installation of Windows Vista could accidentally copy material from a flash drive with a parameter in the unattend.xml file on the personal flash drive being used to script the installation.